So in this video, we are going to learn how to add subscribers in Sendy from Microsoft Excel. Now suppose guys, you and your team members are adding the subscribers for your Sendy account from your newsletter into an Excel sheet from multiple sources. And you want that all the user details which you are adding into the Excel sheet, you want to add those same users as subscriber in Sendy. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this process. So in this automation, whenever a new row will be added in our Excel sheet with the user details, automatically with the same details which we have added, they will be added as a subscriber in Sendy account. So if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as MS Excel to Sendy. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Excel sheet, our MS Excel sheet in which we are adding the new subscriber details with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. So that whenever we add the details of a new subscriber in MS Excel, automatically the details of that subscriber will be added, of that user will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. After that, using this automation, we are going to send the details of that user to Sendy so that we can add that same user with the same details as subscriber in our Sendy account. So let's see how it is done. Starting with our trigger window, here in Choose App, we are going to search for MS Excel. Select Microsoft Excel over here. After selecting a trigger application, in this trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Row in Worksheet. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Microsoft Excel account with Pabbly Connect to get the details of a new user of a new row from Microsoft Excel. So here guys, in this connection window, what we are going to do, just click on this Connect with Microsoft Excel button. And then you will see, because we have already logged into our Excel online account, here you will see our Pabbly Connect will detect the same account. We just have to select the account from here. And after selecting the account, we will just scroll down and then we will click on this Accept button. Now as we click on Accept, we will see our Microsoft Excel account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the workbook. That in our Microsoft Excel online account, you might have created multiple workbooks over here. So the data of a new row from which particular workbook we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. So here guys, you can see the name of this workbook in which I'm adding the user details is new subscriber. So here in this drop down, you will get a list of all the workbooks which you have created in your Microsoft Excel account. Out of all of them, I'm going to select this workbook new subscriber over here, the workbook from which we want to get the new user details. After selecting the workbook, the next thing it asks us is the worksheet. So here in our workbook, it is most likely possible that you might have created multiple worksheets over here as well. So the data from which sheet, the data of a new row from which sheet we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect, we have to select that worksheet over here. Right now in this particular workbook, I have only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That's why in this drop down, you can see only one sheet as Sheet 1. But just in case if you have multiple sheets, in this drop-down, you will get a list of all the sheets which you have, all the worksheets. You have to select the sheet from which you want to get the new row of data. And after selecting the worksheet, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you will see we will get the response. And in this response, you can see the details of the last row, the most recent row which we have added in our Microsoft Excel sheet. So here you can see I have 3 rows of data, the details of the 3 users. This is the first row of data, this is the second one, and this is the third row of data. So the data of row number 4, the data of the third user is the last data. It's the most recent data which I have added. These are the details of the most recent user which I have added in my Excel sheet. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request inside Pabbly Connect, you can see in this response, we have received the details of the same user. Here you can see the same name, same email address, and the same country as well, as we have mentioned in this sheet. So whenever we are going to add a new row of user details in the sheet, the details of those new rows of user details of that data will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So here you can see the data of a user from MS Excel is received inside Pabbly Connect. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send these same details of the user which we have received from Excel to Sendy. So that using these details, we can add this person as a subscriber over there. So we will just scroll down and come to this action window. And here in Choose App, we are going to search for Sendy. Just select it, Sendy over here. After selecting Sendy in action event from this drop-down, select the action event as Add Subscriber. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection over here. Now here guys, we have to connect our Sendy account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our Sendy account, as well as we have to enter the Sendy URL, the URL of our Sendy account as well. So here to get the API key, we have to go to the settings page of our Sendy account. So here I have my Sendy account. Here you can see a brand which I have created in Sendy. It is most likely possible that you might have created multiple brands over here. So Pabbly Dudes, this is a brand which I have created. I'll just open this brand, and on the right top corner, you can see this option of admin. Just click on it, and from the drop down, click on settings. After coming to the settings page, here you can see the API key of your Sendy account. Just copy this API key from here and then go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in this connection window. After pasting the API key, the next thing it asks us is the Sendy URL. So here in Sendy URL, we have to enter the URL, the link of our Sendy site or the Sendy account. So we will just log into our Sendy account, and here in the URL section, you can see from https to /Sendy. This is our Sendy URL. Here you can see the domain of your website as well. You have to copy this complete URL from here and then paste it over here. And here in this help text, it is clearly mentioned that there should not be any slash at the last. So we have removed a slash from here as well. And now just click on Save. So when we click on Save, we will see our Sendy account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the list ID. That in our Sendy account, you might have created multiple contact lists, multiple subscriber lists over there. So in which particular list we want to add this subscriber? We have to enter the list ID of that particular list. So we'll just go to a Sendy account. This is my Sendy account. And here I will just go to the subscribers section. This is my brand. And here on the left side, you can see View All List option. Just click on it. After clicking on it, here you can see a list of all the list. You can see all the subscriber list which we have created in Sendy can be seen over here. And out of all of them, we have to select the list in which we want to add these subscribers using this automation. So I have a list named as Papcon. And in this particular list, for example, I want to add all the subscriber which I'm getting from MS Excel. So in front of our subscriber list name, you can see this ID. This is the subscriber list ID. We just have to copy the ID of the list in which we want to add the subscriber and then paste it over here in this list ID field. In this way, all the subscribers, all the users whose details we are adding in our MS Excel sheet, all of these users will be added in this particular list in our Sendy account. After list, the next thing it asks us is the name. That what is the name of this user? So we have entered the name of the user in our Excel sheet. And here in our Pabbly Connect trigger window, you can see we have received the response of the first name and last name of the user as well. So what we have to do, from this trigger response of MS Excel, we have to map the response of first name and last name over here in this name field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the responses which we have received in our trigger window from MS Excel of a new row. And out of all of these responses, select this response of first name and it will be mapped. Then just add a space, and then once again from the drop down, map the response of last name as well. In this way, we have basically mapped the response of first name and last name. We have entered the name of the user over here. So whatever name of the user we are going to enter in our Excel sheet, with the same name, the subscriber will be added in Sendy. After name, the next thing it asks us is the email. So we have also received the email of the user from MS Excel. So we have to use the same process of mapping to map this response of email address in this field. Just click here, and from the drop down from Excel responses, select and map the response of email address. The next thing it asks us is the country. And here the help text says user's country 2-letter country code. So we have to enter the country code of the user. So this is not a required field. It is not a mandatory field. So if you want, you can ignore this field for now. But in my Excel sheet, I have entered the country of the user with the country code over here. Like for India, the country code is IN. For USA, the country code is US. For UK, the country code is GB. In this help text, you can see this hyperlink. You will just click on it and it will take you to this page. And at this page, you can see a list of the country codes for each and every country over here. So here guys, we just have to map the response of country code as well. I have received the response, so I'll just map it. Then it is asking us IP address, refer, GDPR, silent, boolean. So all of these fields are not mandatory fields, are not required fields. So if you want, you can ignore these fields. But in this field of GDPR, the help text says, if you are signing up European Union user in a GDPR compliant manner, set this to true. So if you are getting the subscriber from European Union EU, then you have to select this as true as well for GDPR compliant manner. So if you want, you can select this option as true or false according to your choice. Then after that, the last thing it asks us is the custom field. So if you want, you can add some kind of custom data with the subscriber details as well while adding the subscriber in Sendy. But right now, this field of custom field is obviously not mandatory. You can enter the custom field, the custom details of the subscriber in this key value pair manner. In double quotes, first you have to enter the key, then after a colon, you have to enter the value in front of it in double quotes as well. For example, if you want to add mobile number, so in double quotes, you have to enter mobile number first, the name of the key. So here I'll enter it in double quotes, then add a colon, and again in double quotes, you can add the mobile number of the user as well according to your choice. Right now, in this automation, I don't want to add any custom data, so we can ignore this field for now as well. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you will see we will get some response. And the response which is received is 1. And this is a positive response. This Boolean field says set this to true so that you will get a plain text response as 1. Otherwise, select false to get the HTML response. So because we have selected this Boolean as true, it has given us a simple response of 1, which means the user whose details we have mapped over here, the user whose details we have received from Microsoft Excel sheet, this user with the same details is now added as a subscriber in Sendy. So let's check it. We will go to a Sendy account and we'll go to this subscriber list Papcon, whose list ID we have entered. And yes, here you can see that in this particular list, the user with the same details is just now added 37 seconds ago. So here you can see the same name dummy user, the same name which we have entered in our Excel sheet. Then after that, here you can see the same email address as well, the same email address which we have in our Excel sheet too. And if you click on this user's name, then you can see all the other details as well. Like you can see the country as United Kingdom because we have entered the country code GB for United Kingdom over here. In this way, guys, using this automation, whenever you will add a new row of user details in your MS Excel sheet, automatically with the same details, that user will be added as a subscriber in our Sendy account. Now here guys, the connection between Microsoft Excel's trigger and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, Pabbly Connect will check for new data, some new row of data in our Excel sheet every 8 hours. So every 8 hours, Pabbly Connect will check for new rows of data in our Excel sheet. And if we have added new rows of data, it will get the data and this automation workflow will trigger and it will process all of that data one by one. But if you want, you can reduce this polling time of 8 hours up to 10 minutes according to your choice. So you can contact our support team and request them to reduce this polling time less than 8 hours, the time according to your choice. The minimum polling time is 10 minutes. So from 10 minutes to 8 hours, you can have any polling time of your choice. And at that time interval, Pabbly Connect will check for new rows of data, new user data in MS Excel. So guys, here we have successfully created this automation. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.